Hi, I'm Amy Timmerman, and thanks for joining us today on In-Field Observations. Incorporation of cover crops into your cropping system is a wonderful way to improve soil health, but it also provides an opportunity to diversify your agricultural system. And what I mean by diversify, that is the opportunity to potentially bring animals into the operation. Incorporating animals into your cropping system also is very beneficial for soil health and composition of that soil as we move on throughout the growing season. Now, as we start looking at those cover crops and we're starting to look at what type of species I have and we start getting into frost, this is really critical to know exactly what do I have and what is my timing to bring cattle into that operation or onto that field. So currently I'm in a field that is a sorghum field that was harvested about a month and a half ago that is starting to have some major regrowth occurring, and the producer is planning on grazing this. Now, as we look at sorghum, soghum-sudan, and milo, all three of these plant species produce something called Prussic acid after a frost event. When we have frost occur, it actually causes the plant cells to burst open, and that's when that Prussic acid is released. Prussic acid is very closely related to cyanide, and if it is consumed in high enough dosages, it can be actually lethal to cattle. So when do I know I can put cattle out of my sorghum, soghum-sudan, or milo? Typically after a frost event, the recommendation is 5 to 7 days and that Prussic acid level goes down. Now, as we look at this field, it looks pretty green, right? We had a light frost event that occurred last week, and I have some plants that are showing symptoms of frost. I got that wilting, that browning that is occurring with those plants. Now, as I look at that frost event from that calendar date, I go 5 to 7 days before I put cattle out there. Now, that's what's hard this time of year. We're not to the point where we're having a killing frost, we're having these light frost dates. So we may have a day where the temperatures get down to 30 degrees, and it may be another 5 days before we're back down to below our freezing temperatures. That calendar date or time clock restarts every time we have a frost event, 5 to 7 days after that most recent frost event. Now, once we have a killing frost and the plants are done for the year, then we just look 5 to 7 and then you can graze it to your heart's content. But we want to make sure we're really monitoring that so we're not putting cattle out there and having that lethal dosage occurring. If you are concerned, wait until the killing frost and then go allow your cattle to graze. You can also collect samples and send it into a lab to test the Prussic acid levels in those fields to make sure you're perfectly fine before you put those cattle out there.